Welcome to the Return of the Son of the Show. I'm Paul.
And I'm Mark, and this is our edition of Tubi Tuesday special edition.
All right. Yeah, Tubi Tuesday, where we talk about the stuff we watch that we don't talk about with all the other stuff we talk about that we watch.
And again, just a reminder to our audience, in case you want to come after us in the comments, some of these things are Tubi adjacent.
Yes. Yeah, it's just a nice little blanket.
What we've been watching.
Yeah, all the stuff that we normally watch when we're not doing other things, and we wanted to talk about them. And it started out as a Tubi. We were just going to talk about Tubi, but then we realized we watch way too much television
to just stick to Tubi. It's not fair to just limit ourselves to Tubi. So, Paul, what have you been watching on Tubi, or to not be?
None of my stuff is on Tubi right now. Okay. In fact, one of them, the one I'm going to start with, isn't even streaming anywhere for free. When you pay for like 27 streaming services, and you still have to rent it.
Pony up money, yeah.
That's not, especially with a 40-year-old movie.
Right. That's not fair.
But the 40-year-old movie I'm going to talk about was an obsession of mine for a little while. I got obsessed with trying to track down Streets of Fire.
Okay.
I'll be coming for her, and I'll be coming for you too.
Sure you will, and I'll be waiting.
I don't know why. I got one of the songs stuck in my head.
Okay.
And because the soundtrack is killer. It's very indicative of the time. And I think with Streets of Fire, what happened was somebody heard Bonnie Tyler's Hero song and thought, I want to make a movie that's like that.
Is I Need a Hero in the movie?
No, but all the music sounds like it wants to be that. Yeah, it's great. But it's pretty cool. It's 1984, and the reason why I thought it was terrible was because it was just so weird. It's like this world where the 50s never stopped.
Oh, okay.
So like, everybody drives around in cool cars, but the music is very 80s.
Okay.
Even the Fix has a song in it.
Cool.
So I'm like, it just seems so bizarre to me. But like when it opens up, like the first thing that pops up, it says like a rock and roll fable, you know. And it's a story about this mercenary who's hired to rescue his ex-girlfriend who was kidnapped by the leader of this like motorcycle gang that basically runs the town.
Are they Libyan?
No,
because bad guys are typically Libyan.
No, so that's just it. See, if the 50s never ended,
that's true. Okay.
But
so they're evil bikers. So that fits with 50s. Yeah.
And the cast and stuff in this movie is crazy. First of all, it's directed by Walter Hill, who is the Sam Peckinpah protege, co-written by Hill. And this cast is crazy. Let's see if we can get to it. It stars Michael Pare of Greatest American Hero fame, Diane Lane, Rick Moranis as the a-hole like club owner.
Really?
Yeah, who's basically dating Diane Lane. Who's Diane Lane?
That gives hope for us all.
The 80s were a special time.
Yes, they were.
It was like Diane Lane is Michael Pare's ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
And like he knew she was going places.
Okay.
And he wasn't about to let himself hold her back, you know. Let's see who else is in. Amy Madigan, who I think was Uncle Buck's girlfriend in Uncle Buck.
I believe so.
Yeah, she's this like street tough mechanic chick. Willem Dafoe.
Wow.
As the main villain, the leader of this biker gang.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see who else is in here. There's so many. Bill Paxton's in it.
Wow.
Let's see, Bill Paxton, Robert Townsend, Elizabeth Daily.
Whatever happened to Robert Townsend?
That's a good question. After Meteor Man,
was that it? Yeah,
maybe, I don't know. But Elizabeth Daily plays this little chick who I thought was who's the chick that played Pinky Tuscadero? No, not Pinky. Played Leather.
Leather. Hold on. We were. Leather Tuscadero, played by. Hold on. Come on, join me here. Yeah. Susie Quattro.
Susie
How could
Quattro.
we forget Susie Quattro?
Yeah. Apparently we can't.
Oh, old age sucks.
Which is unfortunate. Because I love Susie
Yeah.
Quattro.
What?
But the
Stupid brain.
I know, right? So anyway, Michael Pare comes into town,
Mhm.
and his ex-girlfriend's been kidnapped, and he basically goes. It's a nonstop action. He goes to rescue her,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like the Warriors, where they have to get back home. Also, Walter Hill movie,
Correct.
where they have to get back to their location. Rick Moranis is hysterical because he's like 4'2", and he's this real tough asshole the whole time.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so because we think Rick Moranis, we think
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
yeah, Strange Brew.
Strange Brew, yeah.
But it's a great role for him, and all this action is permeated with these songs.
Mhm.
And the soundtrack for this thing is just killer. They're all, as far as I know, all the songs on the soundtrack, except for "Sorcerer," which was written by Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Buckingham.
Wait, maybe actually you hear they're getting back together.
Yeah.
But with Lindsey Buckingham,
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks did a song called "Sorcerer,"
Okay.
and then the Fix has I cannot remember the name of the song, but I'm
I
pretty
should
sure
know it.
it's
Their soundtrack.
yeah. But all the rest of it is like made for this movie,
Okay.
and it's so good. But you can't stream it anywhere for free. I think Prime has it for like $5, which I'm sorry,
That's ridiculous.
this movie is 40 odd years old. Stop already.
All right. Well, I'll start off with the Tubi show, and this is going to be a little bit different. So I ended up watching a documentary to start the month, and it was called "I Knew It Was You," rediscovering John Cazale. Who, if you don't know who you know who John Cazale is, even though you don't know who John Cazale is.
He's like Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John Cazale is Fredo from The Godfather Part 1 and 2. I'm smart. Michael, I'm smart.
You know what?
Yeah.
We're not plugged. The mic isn't plugged in.
Oh, no. So what's amazing about John Cazale is he starred in 4 or 5 of the top critically acclaimed movies in the classic sort of 70s era of American cinema.
Yeah,
Before-
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before Jaws. And he's always a lower character. He's not a main character. Although I guess you could argue Fredo's a main character in Godfather Part 2. But and how
didn't he throw the ring into the volcano?
So, no, I wanted to watch it because I love Fredo. I love John Cazale's portrayal of Fredo in The Godfather. And so it was a fantastic documentary. So, of course, it's got everyone who ever starred with him. So it's got Pacino in it. It's also got, now I'm going to forget her name. Hold on. We'll pause the video here. I think she's a famous actress, has the most
Meryl
Oscars.
Streep.
Meryl Streep. No, Meryl Streep features.
No shit, it was Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. No, Meryl Streep.
Who's the most popular actress I could think of?
Yeah,
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. So she, unbeknownst to me, dated him. They they met on a play. So Cazale was a part of Pacino's play group, New York play group, and they did all these plays, and so was she. And so apparently she considers him her true love. And then he got lung cancer in '74. I think he was making he was making a movie, dying of cancer. No one knew it but her. And then apparently she stayed with him all the way through to the end. So they were together all in the '70s. And so it was a fascinating just how much these people love him, and apparently they felt like he made all of them better because he would come in and do what he does, and they felt like and he wasn't a method actor,
Mhm.
not that kind of cliche, but he just very much became the character and pushed everyone. So it was a great documentary on him, and it's a shame that we lost him so soon. And so, but then that inspired me for the rest of the month to watch the movies he was in. Now,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
have to bother with Godfather 1 and 2 because I've seen them 100 bazillion times. So,
Mhm.
so I didn't need to watch those. But I ended up watching, I haven't watched all of them yet, but I ended up watching Dog Day Afternoon, where he plays Pacino's partner in Who Want to Rob a Bank. And then I watched him in The Conversation with Gene Hackman, and he's Gene Hackman's spy partner. They do they're spies. They basically they could be hired to do everything from your wife is cheating on you, so you want to follow her and have
Mhm.
her taped, to doing actual spy work. So, and of course, I mean, these are considered classic movies that I sort of remember as a kid
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
in passing, but not really understanding.
Mhm.
Um, the the conversation's amazing. I mean, with Gene Hackman in it, he's spying. He's this guy who's haunted by some of the work he did ended up resulting in the death of someone. And so I'm not going to ruin what goes on to it, but it's his sort of him, uh, uh, his own paranoia in knowing what he does to people getting the best of it. And John Cazale plays his partner, who then it's really sad. He ends up he ends up quitting because he gets so frustrated with Gene Hackman, and then he's moonlighting with this shyster guy. And so it was just great. It fantastic movie, and the way it ends is unbelievable. But Dog Day Afternoon is the one that really surprised me.
Mm.
So not for the fact that, I mean, it's a very simple. It's based on a true story.
Mhm.
Two guys decide to rob a bank. They become. This is the famous where Pacino's yelling "Attica, Attica" in
Yeah.
the streets.
Yeah.
Famous movie parts. But what I loved about it was Cazale. He's sort of this death wish having. He's doing this bank robbery, kind of hoping he gets killed.
Ah.
It's weird. And then Chris Sarandon, in an early part,
Huh.
young Chris Sarandon, plays. And I thought this was fascinating. Pacino's wife. So Pacino's talking about his wife through the whole time he's in the bank, and there's a woman who's shown as his wife
Mhm.
with his kids, but they're estranged. And his wife is actually Chris Sarandon, and the whole purpose of the bank robbery is to get Chris Sarandon transition surgery.
Huh.
And if Chris Sarandon is just amazing in the movie. So Dog Day Afternoon completely wowed me. And so that's what led me to watch those two, was the Cazale documentary.
Okay, the other movie that I watched that I really want to talk about, that I've been dying to talk about forever. It's on Netflix. It came out in 2022. It's a movie. It's a movie made in India,
Mhm.
starring like almost the entire cast is Indian. It's called RRR.
I've seen that advertised. Okay.
Dude, you will never in your life ever see another movie like this. This movie I was talking to my girl about it. We're trying to come up with like how to describe it, but we really couldn't. It's so the basic plot is it's India 1920, the British occupation, and all the horrible things that they were doing to the Indian people, the people, their own country.
Correct.
And uh this this British family, he's like a duke or something, played by the Stevenson, the guy who passed away recently.
Oh, Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson. Yeah. He and his wife are the only like non-Indian people in the whole movie.
Okay.
And his wife is played by the actress who played the 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 double agent from Last Crusade that sleeps
all
with, it's pretty funny. But but they basically steal this little girl from this
Mhm.
village because she does the little, the tattoo stuff,
Okay.
the hand art.
The henna.
Yeah, the henna. They steal her from this village, and the village has a protector. And the protector is this dude who will stop at nothing. He's like the John Wick of India. He fights tigers. He does all kinds of crazy stuff, but he's scared to death to talk to a girl. It's hilarious because he does all this crazy stuff,
Mhm.
but he's scared to death to talk to this girl. It's like Spider-Man.
Okay.
Well, it's him and this other Indian fella who is a member of the he's a member of the British Army because he's been he's been brainwashed by the whole idea.
Okay.
And the two of them form this unlikely bromance that is so it is the manliest fun you'll ever see. It's in English. You can watch it in
Mhm.
English. I saw it on Netflix. You can watch it in English. I think you can watch it in the original language with subtitles. And they're in amidst all this insane action and wire work and crazy martial arts.
Hmm.
There's musical numbers.
Oh, wow.
It just kind of pop up and they like there's one scene where the two guys go to this ball because the girl that the the protector's kind of like falling for invites
Okay.
him to it. So they have a dance off with all the the British people, and that's great. You find out why the real reason why the one guy is in the British Army to begin with, and it's just insane, and it's like 3 hours long.
Oh man.
It just goes. It's almost two movies. There's a halfway point
Mhm.
where you can kind of see where maybe it could have been two movies, but it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just it really. I really hope that I'm wrong and that there's no other movie like this because I want to live in a world with more movies like this. And I think there's one due to come out later on this year that I want to check out. I'm hoping it ends up on Netflix.
As a person who's watched some Indian cinema on Netflix, the
Mhm.
good thing about doing that is once you watch one,
Yeah,
it starts recommending more to you.
yeah,
So I did a deep dive on detectives in India, detective shows from India.
yeah,
And so once you watch a couple, all of a sudden all of your recommendations will be Netflix India, which is just fine
yeah,
because it gets you exactly what you want.
yeah.
That sounds great. The other two movies I watched this month were both in their own ways disappointments to me. So piggybacking on the John Cazale, so doing a deep dive into him led me to go, you know what? I should probably watch some of the other roles Pacino's famous for. So I mean, I've seen most of Pacino's stuff,
Yeah.
but the hole that I had, and I know I saw it as a kid, but I didn't remember anything about it was Serpico, and so also based on a true story,
Yeah.
and I just thought it was boring.
Yeah.
He's
Tried watching it. Too.
Yeah, he's too. Number one, the soundtrack is the most distractingly worst soundtrack I've ever heard on a TV show, or I mean a movie. And then all of I mean, Pacino can act, and I like. There's a scene where he's in his garden. I really like that. But the female actresses they got to play against him were terrible actresses. All of them were.
Yeah.
Every single girlfriend he ended up getting was a terrible actress, and it's just. I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't seem to. It kind of. They did sort of a breaking of time, but you miss like they never come back to the beginning scene, and then it just sort of peters out. And I don't know. I thought it was really disappointing. I mean, I guess I mean, yes, he was a great actor in it, but I just thought it was not that great.
What a tie.
And then the other one I watched was so when Pope Francis died. Everyone decided to watch The Conclave, which was a movie about a pope dying and then how the cardinals get together to vote the new pope in. And so, as a former Catholic boy, I was fascinated by, for some weird reason, I'm still fascinated by like the whole papal thing, even though it's terrible. And so just that part of it was interesting. And of course, Ray Fiennes was great. He's the main character.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci is in it, plays a really interesting character. John Lithgow is kind of the heavy. And I didn't like Lithgow. I thought what I didn't like about the movie is the payoff. And so, I'm not going to do any spoilers, even though it's been around for a while. I thought it had a very interesting first half when all of the Cardinals are competing for votes. But then they had to go make there had to be a villain, and there had to be a hero, and then there had to be a final twist in the end, which I just thought was that's it.
Yeah.
And I guess it would be a horrible thing for popes and Catholics to deal with behind the scenes, but
Change the channel, Mark.
just quickly, Goodfellas is on the table because I finally got my son to watch it for the first time. And so now he understands why I have a painting with 2 dogs and a guy with a really good beard hanging in our movie room. Of course, I could watch Goodfellas and have.
Yeah. You've probably seen it more times than I have, and I've watched it more times than anyone.
Still, except me too, and it's still fantastic. Talking to Aiden about what Scorsese did in that, like the fact that this may not seem like anything to you, but at the time this was being filmed, it was amazing. So that was great. That stood the test of time, always does. Then I was rewatching Northern Exposure. And that has not aged well at all.
I'm gonna keep that one here and not. I'm not gonna bring it back into the present day because I don't want it ruined.
I understand. Yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Okay.
So don't keep your memories of it. A lot of it did stand up. The lower characters are great, but as a much older adult, Maggie and Joel, they could have just not been in the show. And I think the show would have been better.
Well, they were yuppies.
Yeah, that's the horror. Yeah.
And yuppies were terrible.
Yeah. And Maurice now, who I thought was funny and, odd back then, is now representative of a group of people that really scares me in this world. So,
yes.
If you have fond memories of Northern Exposure, don't watch it.
Like I remember the secretary.
Yes.
And the teenage kid that was the film buff.
Yep.
And to a degree, the artist guy.
Yeah.
Was like radio.
The DJ. Yes.
The DJ. And what's the old lady that ran the grocery store?
Yeah, Joel.
Yeah. But I had thought about it because I found it on one of the streaming services.
It's actually on it's on Prime.
That was NBC, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. NBC notoriously does not end their series as well.
No.
At all.
No, and I knew I wasn't, even if I had loved it. Wow, I love this show.
Mm-hmm.
I would have quit when Joel leaves at I think the end of this season is when he leaves.
Really probably when the duck out because the replacements were even worse.
And the characters all became cliches of themselves.
That's what NBC does.
Yeah.
They become caricatures of themselves towards the end.
It was terrible. Finally, a show. Here's a show you watched. Here's a show you watched. I finally finished The Rig.
Oh, yeah.
On Prime. Yeah. Season 2 kind of got bogged down for me. I was like, let's just get on with it and tell me what the mystery is, for God's sakes. And then when they finally did, talk about the payoff being worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to talk about it, but the payoff at the end of Season 2, totally worth what I had to slog through in Season 2.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep coming back. If they could focus on that story...
Yeah.
Rather than
it seems like because there's a lot of characters. In case you don't know, it's like an oil rig, not an oil rig, but like a.
It starts with an oil, but it's like an exploratory oil rig, so they're looking for oil with the rigs,
and they uncover some kind of weird cosmic thing going on.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of characters in it, including the guy that looks like an older Wesley Crusher.
Yes.
And Stevie from Schitt's Creek.
Yes. Plays the female lead.
This show does the thing that I love where, there's a lot of characters in it.
Yeah.
But each character has to have something to do.
Correct.
And gets their day in the sun.
Yes.
And some of the characters, like I said, the thing that I love, they'll shift in and out of, your opinion of them.
Yes.
And so they had to get through all that. I think so nobody gets shortchanged.
True, I see that. I can see that.
But season 3, let's just give us a season 3, and be done.
Yeah.
Because now we've taken care of all the supporting characters.
Correct. They've all had their arcs. Yeah, they've all had their arcs. So now
let's focus on whatever the hell this is.
Yes, agreed. Here's a show you watched. Much like Michael K. Vaughan, I gave myself a challenge that I'm going to watch every Doctor Who episode from the beginning of time, which apparently takes like 7 years of your life or something. So
that you'll never get back.
that I'll never get back. But I have to say, so as someone who never ever watched the first Doctor, I like the first Doctor storylines. Now I didn't. Season 2 is way better than season 1. So I'm on I just finished season 2 this month. And I'll just pick one to talk about. So what I didn't like in season 1, he's gruff. I also felt like in season 1 he was passive. So the Doctor constantly is either kidnapped or weakened or off doing something not connected to the main story, and it's the companions that solve all the mysteries. But then they all give the Doctor credit at the end, which is really odd. By season 2, he's definitely the much softer. He sound to God. They must have Frank Oz must have modeled Yoda's voice after him because he sounds like Yoda half the time. So he's like he does this weird laugh.
Yeah.
But I just saw a classic episode, The Time Meddler, which it's not a spoiler, but the Time Meddler is a fellow Time Lord who goes around and messes with time just for fun. So he's sort of a proto-Q, kind of. But that was great. That was the Doctor Doctor drove the plot. Doctor did all the action.
It's like they figured it out.
They finally figured it out with him. Yeah. So I've been watching. So yeah. So kudos. Doctor number 1's moving up in my levels of
I always
Doctors.
liked him. I just, my oldest, she and I used to watch him back in the day. So yeah.
It's just hard to, now they finally, I'm hoping they'll keep them on BritBox for a while longer so I can watch them more. Here's a show you watched. Finally, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, season 3, currently 3 episodes in. I'll let you talk first.
Well, as you might have picked up on, I'm not a Star Trek.
Right.
Kicking and screaming, I went into watching Strange New Worlds because the original series bores me to death. I enjoyed the cartoon because it was animated. Don't get me started on Next Gen, but we might have to.
Oh yeah,
Next Gen was awful. I liked a couple of the movies. I had people just constantly tell me you need to watch Strange New Worlds, and finally I relented. What are we on, season 3?
Yes.
Season 1 and 2 are so good.
Yes.
And
totally agree.
And then season 3 happened, and there's a complete. I don't want to steal anything you've got written down.
Okay, all right.
But there's a complete total shift in it that I'm not vibing with.
So season 1 and 2, I started watching on your recommendation, and I am a Star Trek fan, but not. I also am not. I can probably count on one hand the Next Gen episodes I like. We hate watched the Next Gen back when it was released in real time with a friend of ours.
We used to have Next Gen parties.
Yes.
And we would just Mark and I would sit there and read comics.
Right.
And drink beers and stuff.
While they watched.
The nerds watch Star Trek.
So I can count on one hand the 5 episodes I like. Darmok, the one where the ship gets transformed into a Mayan temple and Picard's got the mask. The finale I like. Best of Both Worlds Part 1. And I think that's it. And I hate There Are 4 Lights. I hate the Picard episode. Picard cried too much for me.
I like the one where Jonathan Frakes' character steps over the back of the chair.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of him, I do like the Pegasus episode. The episode where he was there. It's the ship that it's able to go through objects, and then basically it's a mystery. It's a ripoff of.
Not to be confused with the Pegasus episode of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh God, no, much better. And also not to be confused with the original series episode where it seems like Spock is protecting a former captain who did something bad. It's the same plot. Speaking of same plots, so I enjoyed 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I love Anson Mount. I am a unashamed, unabashed, huge fan of Anson Mount in Hell on Wheels. Disappointed by what they did to him in Marvel with the Inhumans. And
I never even watched.
Oh, I tried, but I couldn't get through. I don't think I got through episode 1 even. Plus, why bother? He can't talk in the show, so what's the point of watching?
You ever seen Project Ultra?
No. Is he in there?
It's weird.
Okay.
It involves it involves like some of the LSD experiments.
Oh,
and stuff
yeah.
And It's weird. I don't remember who has it, but
Okay.
it's worth trying. It's weird, but it's good.
Yeah, so what Strange New Worlds does, I think, in season 3 is so 1 and 2 felt like the original series.
Hmm.
Felt like a prequel to the original series,
Mhm.
minus a couple, changing like the Gorn.
Mhm.
I've never liked the Gorn's new design.
Hmm.
To me, it's just too much like aliens.
Mhm.
So this season, someone like they fired all the guys and women that watched the original series or knew about it
Mhm.
and hired all next gen people because this season feels like Strange New Worlds: The Next Generation.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're going for.
I don't know.
If not, I don't want to go through there.
No, I hate so the very first episode they end up, and I'm going to give spoilers because I don't care, even though there's only 3 episodes out and it's new. So if you're into it and haven't watched it yet, don't stop the video here.
Yeah, let us know why we're wrong down below.
Yeah, that too. So in episode 1, they defeat the Gorn by putting the Gorn to sleep. They did that to the Borg in Next Gen. Episode 2 was Trelane, who was a Q character everyone suspected was Q in the original series, and so they even did the same exact ending as the original series episode of Trelane, where his dad comes and shames him and makes him go away.
Out of the 3 that have been out so far,
Yeah.
kind of recording because episode 4 comes out, I think
Tomorrow, yeah,
That episode is is awful.
yeah, it's terrible.
It's the worst of the 3 so
Yeah.
far.
And then they threw the next gen people a bone by having it be Q's voice,
Yeah.
calling him back. So yeah, that episode
That entire thing was a delivery mechanism so that the pilot could have like PTSD at
Yes.
the end.
Yes. So terrible. And then the third episode, I can't get through because why? Because it's a effing holodeck episode. I hated the holodeck episodes in Star Trek Next Gen. To me, it was lazy.
Yeah.
Like, this is called Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Go explore Strange New Worlds.
Well, I will say, yeah, the holodecks are weak. But since you didn't finish it,
no, not going to finish.
what I thought was interesting about it though was it was a prototype holodeck, and there was a glitch in it,
Okay.
and the glitch was kind of cool. But the main problem it was sapping so much power from the Enterprise that they couldn't do what they needed to do to rescue. Because they did go down to a planet because the Doctor and Mounts went down to a planet to get this flower.
Okay.
To save what's her name?
The other captain,
Mrs. McMurray from
Yes.
Letterkenny.
Yes.
And that idea was kind of neat.
Okay.
But again, it's holodeck stuff.
Yeah.
And
Why? Why bother? Why?
I don't understand how with Star Trek is weird. Now I have a theory about this show. I believe, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think when this whole series is done, this is an alternate timeline. This is not leading up to the takeoff point for Kirk on what we know as Star Trek.
Right.
I think it's an alternate timeline. There's been clues about it here and there in, I think, season 1. I did like Anson Mount's basically doing a stand-in of Gene Roddenberry. That his performance is good within the holodeck. And the other thing is, like, if they were doing a parody of Star Trek.
Sure, I saw that.
Which was fun. Because it was like watching something on Mission Science Theater when they would do. But thing is, just make it Star Trek.
Right.
You could have had these actors playing the original cast on Star Trek because you own Star Trek.
Yeah.
Just make it Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, and to me, if I'm going to watch a parody of Star Trek, I'm going to watch the Black Mirror episode where they do the parody of Star Trek.
Or Galaxy Quest.
Watch Galaxy Quest, which is better than Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed. I feel like I'm watching Next Gen, and I don't want to watch Next Gen. I really don't.
I have the benefit of not remembering anything hardly about Next Gen. But I want exploration of Strange New Worlds like we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't want rehash plots from a series that...
And why are we getting... What I don't like, and Star Trek does this, They did it with the Enterprise show, which I think you and I watched the pilot with those same guys, and then I never watched another episode. But it's like, so we introduce these characters in the original series. Why are we also introducing them now? That's the original series' introductions.
Yeah.
Why not have your own? Like explore the Andorians or explore the corners of the Star Trek universe that TOS didn't get to. So why have Trelane? He's in TOS. Why have the Gorn? TOS. First time they encounter the Gorn. I mean, I get that you're saying it's an alternate universe, but even if it's an alternate universe, don't bother. Don't give us those villains. Eventually, I will force myself to watch the rest of the holodeck episode.
I can't blame you on that episode because there's an episode in season 2, I think, that it's a what if weird where like kind of medieval looking.
Yes, I remember.
And the whole thing was just to get to one point for a storyline that's going on.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish that episode.
Yeah.
So I don't, maybe that's the thing. Maybe
we'll have
each
one
season there's that one episode
you can't watch. Yeah. Here's a show you watch. Oh God, I watch too much TV.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's why I don't do any booktubes with you because I don't read.
So you're old. You read the
That's true. That's true. I am constantly
that
reading.
That doesn't quite count.
But if you're interested in booktube, you should go watch Paul's and Steve's show. Check your shelf.
Yeah,
much more highbrow than
you can go back and you can go back and watch Find Out If Mark's Books now.
That's true.
We did that episode on here.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, do us a favor, go down there, let us know while you're down there. Do all the YouTube things.
Also recommend. I mean, I'm not going to stop watching television, and clearly we have a lot of streaming platforms between the two of us. So if there's a show you'd like us to watch and get our opinion on, let us know. If there's a show that we're missing, please let me know.
And if we can't find it, maybe the library has it.
That's true. We'll go with the library.
I'm Paul.
I'm Mark.
And this has been
Tubi Tuesday. Here's a show you watch.